I'm glad you read that on Nietzsche, because where we're up to now. All right. Yeah, I'm glad. No, that was on the list. I'm glad you read about Friedrich Nietzsche, who is probably the most influential philosopher today. Like anywhere you go in any country of the world, you go to the philosophy department, the philosopher that's mostly read is Nietzsche, because he influenced postmodern thought, basically. But it's interesting that because it being a book about children, Nietzsche had this thing, because he did say there's what happens with adults is that we lose the ability to enjoy play. We take things way too seriously. And he had a degree of steps in order how to become better and happier. And one of the first step, I think, was the dragon. Then you're looking at the lion, and the last step is the child. Once you become the child, you can actually then just chill out and see the world for what it is, without putting on your own biases, perceptions, and just understand that everything is what it is, and you just continue to learn. You continue to learn, and everything amazes you. There's a wonderful scene on The Simpsons where they're at the ice hockey, and there's a big fight right now, and everyone's looking that way, like this, and the little baby is looking that way because there's a red balloon hung out. She's going, look at, and everyone's looking that way because of the fight, and she's just staring at this red balloon. So sometimes we lose the ability of noticing things around us. So thanks for introducing me to that, because just quickly, with regards to mental health and the philosophical side of things, I think I personally, as a psychologist, I work with adults, with children, with adolescents, and we have certain practical treatments that allow people to get out of situations then and there. Just like there's medication, there's other things, changing your thought. But the most important thing I tell people, you need to have a philosophical basis to how you live your life, or else you're going to revert back again. You need something that's permanent. And that's why, talking about religion, that's why it works for a lot of people, because here, it's in there. That's all you got to do. And that's great. But in the times that we live today, sometimes people want a bit more. And that's where, and I think you're right, but I do believe that still you can be a believer and still think about philosophy, because it can help you in a practical way. And therefore, this book, if you find that it will help someone that you know, that's a great start, because that's going to help with your happiness. That's why we have philanthropists in the world, people that are multi-billionaires, that they come to the end of their life, and the one thing they enjoy is giving. And that's we call them philanthropists, because giving something, especially knowledge, and especially when you get a kid or an adolescent and you say to them, hey, I've been through that, and you know what, everything turns out great. What a wonderful thing to tell someone that's 12 or 15 or 8. And that's why, because, and actually there's these other people that have been doing this, have been gone through it as well. And people have been going through the same thing for centuries and trying to work out how to live a better life. And sure, happiness, I agree with Bill. It's not, I don't think it's the sole thing, because we set ourselves up to be happy, where sometimes happiness just kind of like is passing, is fleeting. We need to look for more permanent things like friendship, like belief systems, whether they be religious or philosophical or whatever that may be. We need to participate in the community, give as much as we can our time to others, and all those little things that add to the feeling of worth for ourselves. So I think in this book you'll find something for everyone, because there's 100 quotes, 100 techniques, 100 philosophies. So 10 philosophers, 10 things each. So feel free to maybe have a read yourself, and then if you have a child or a grandson or a niece who's going through that, one of the things that these people said is going to come to your mind, because you can tell her, if she's 15, if you say, no, you should do this and this, she's going to go, oh, what do you know? I go, yeah, no, I'm not saying that. Plato said. You can't argue against Plato. So why not? Because, you know, I went through it. Plus, I read this, and this person actually has given some good wisdom, all right? So remember, knowledge is power, my friends. Plato said that, and it still is. It's the most powerful thing you can give someone. So feel free to pass that on if you like. And what else have we got here? Yes, I like to, I think we're wrapping up now. I like to say thank you to Helena. I don't know if she's around, Helena, Bonnerick Sports Club, for allowing us to come here today and have a chat. And feel free to get something to eat and so forth if you like. And we've also got a walkathon. Yes, exercising is part of living a good life. Yeah. On the 24th of May. It's a mental health thing that we're promoting, and you can find out more here with Sharon. Will if you like to participate or pass that on. It's on the 24th of May, and it's mainly a promotion of mental health that we've started. And so, yeah, with that note, I'd like to thank you all again for coming today. One of the things that are most important in life, or the most important thing in our lives, is time, my friends. So thank you for your time coming here today, because a great philosopher once said, once you run out of time, you can't go to the supermarket and buy more. A great Uruguayan philosopher said that. And that's true. And when you're young, it looks like you've got a lot of time, but once you get on, you start worrying about how much time you're going to give to other things. So I appreciate and value your time here today. Stay around and we'll have a chat if you like. Thank you.